All right, let's get started with that short response section for the Algebra 2 Quarter 2 benchmark. So there are 4 questions that have 2 points each. The data was quite interesting. So the height of f of t models the height in feet that a bee is flying above the ground with respect to time traveled in t seconds. So what I will say is that you guys did a great job adhering to the measurements of the table, which is an improvement from quarter 1 also. So it says state all time intervals when the bee's rate of change is 0 feet per second. Explain your reasoning. So I'm not going to go over like the semantics, right? So 0 feet per second means that I know my height is here, so my line cannot be increasing, right? But my time can't. It can go as long as it wants. So from 2 to 6, right, there's no rate of change. And then from 14 to 15. Now I say 15 because these are separated by ones. A lot of you guys did a good job with that also, which is growth from quarter 1 benchmark, okay? So 76% of you guys were able to get at least 1 point on this question, which is great. In terms of the answer, you could have just wrote 2 to 6 seconds and 14 to 15 seconds. What Morris and I really wanted was for you guys to write it in interval notation like so, but we realized that we were not specific enough, and so we had to accept multiple forms of this response, okay? So if you did any of the above, especially if you did this, I was very happy when I saw students do this, right? Because the bracket means that they're X values and it's an interval. So if you wrote anything along the lines of this, you got full credit, okay? Including like your response. Here we go, lovely radicals again. I have no index written here, so I know that there's a 2 there. So in order for any variable with an exponent to come out, it has to have an even exponent or divisible by 2. Now, the problem I saw here was how you guys broke up that 50, right? A lot of you guys at the table, you did 1 and 50, 2 and 25, 5 and 10. You have to pick a pair where at least one of them is a perfect square, and that is 2 and 25. You cannot use 1 and 50, you cannot use 5 and 10, so please look at your work and observe if you did not receive full credit. So in just breaking this up, I get 2 times 25 times r squared times s to the 4th, okay? So now, this 2 can't come out, but this 25 can. It can come out as a 5. Now, because these exponents are even, I'm just dividing it by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so this comes out as a r. S to the 4th, 4 divided by 2 is 2, so this is going to come out as an s squared, okay? So now just bringing all this out, right? All this needs to be in the front now. So I have 5 times r times s squared, right? This one out. All I have left now inside is 2. So it's 5rs squared radical 2 for full credit. The accompanying graph is a sketch, all right, over the interval 0 to 7, starts at 0, ends at 7. What is the value of f of 6? Rewriting this, I did this before in the multiple choice. f of 6. So you got to work inside to out. F of 6 is what? Go to 6 on the x-axis. Where does it touch the line? I would say at 2, okay? So now I need to find f of 2. F of 2 is equal to -2. Here's the thing. If you wrote -2, you got full credit. If you just wrote a 2, you only got 1 point, okay? The function of f is drawn in the accompanying set of axes on the same set of axes. Sketch the inverse. Remember, when that exponent is -1, that means the inverse, okay? So this is quite like a layup because the 3 ordered pairs already identified for you. I really appreciated students that labeled this like A, B, and C, and then when they did the inverse, they did A prime, B prime, C prime. Definitely keep that up. So I'm gonna go ahead and write my points here. So A is -1. What's that? -2. I know I gotta flip that. B is 1, 3. And C is, what's that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3, 4. All you gotta do is flip them things. So A prime is gonna be -2, -1. B prime is gonna be 3, 1. And C prime is gonna be 4, 3. All you had to do is plot it. -2, -1, A prime. 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, right here. B prime. Opposite. 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. C prime. Connect the dots. If you didn't connect the dots, you lost the point. Chacarán. Full credit. Done. 25. You guys are killing me. For 25, 65% of you guys got no points. And I'm just like, I don't understand. If you adhered to the interval, which is this thing right here, right? If you did this with an arrowhead, you lost the point. And the reason why you lost the point is because you did not adhere to the interval. And I know we talked about that in class. Okay. So let me just go right ahead and delete all of that. Now, if I were to plug this into my calculator, I will get a table, right? So I like that I saw some of you guys do this. Start at -2. So -2, matter of fact, let me do it at the bottom. The rule is x plus 2, right? Square root. So if I do 2, is 2 plus 2? Yeah. So if I start at -2, right, here, and I have to go down to 7, okay? So that's -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? -2 plus 2 equals square root of 0, which is 0. So that's the first order pair that you could have had. So -2, 0. Okay? Square root -1 plus 2 equals square root of 1, which is 1. 0 plus 2 equals square root of 2. Square root of 2 is not anything, so it stays as radical 2. So you can't really plot this point, but you can have it in your table. Then we got the 1 plus 2, which is radical 3. You can't plot radical 3. Move on. 2 plus 2 is radical 4. Square root of 4 is 2. That's the next order pair. 2, 2. Oh, wait, I didn't do this one. So this is -1, 1. -1, 1. And then we got 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So just continue to add, right? So we got 3 plus 2, which is radical 5. Can't plot that. This is going to be 4 plus 2, which is radical 6. Can't plot that. Radical 7, radical 8, right? But this one, when I get to 7, right? 7 plus 2 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So I could plot 7, 3. 1, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Y'all, all you needed were these 4 ordered pairs like that. That's it. This is full credit here. If you did this, you lost a point because your line is not continuous. We didn't ask you to continue your line. We asked you to adhere to this interval that we provided. Please pay attention to these small details.